Morgan Housel's The Art of Spending Money Simple Choices for a Richer's Life, published on October 7, 2025 by Portfolio, an imprint of Penguin Random House. It is a page of 256-page hardcover exploration of psychology and physiology behind how we spend our money. Priced at around $28. Housel, a farmer, Wall Street Journal columnist and partner at Collaborative Fund, writes with his signature blend of storytelling, historical anecdotes, and behavioral insights. The book isn't a prescriptive guide with spreadsheets, frugality hacks, or one size fits all formulas. Housel explicitly rejects that approach, arguing that spending defies scientific precision because humans are rationalizing creatures, not purely rational ones. Instead, it's a reflective companion to the psychology of money, urging readers to use wealth not just to accumulate more, but to craft a life of peace, freedom, and genuine joy. As Housel puts it in the introduction, this book isn't about getting rich. It is about getting the most out of what you already have and learning to want what worth wanting. The core thesis money true power lies in how it amplifies your values and experiences, but most of us squander it chasing status, envy, or inertia. Housel draws from diverse stories like a software engineer who created Dogecoin on a whim, lottery winners who go broke, and frugal billionaires. To illustrate this that happens, happiness from spending comes from alignment with your unique psychology, not universal rules. Early reviews praise its accessibility and profoundly with publishers, weekly calling it prudent and actionable for building sensible habits. And readers on platform like Reddit and Goodreads noting it's easy to digest anecdotes that makes complex ideas feel like conversion with a wise friend. The book is structured as a series of interconnected essays around 20 short chapters, each building a behavioral finance principles without feeling academic. Housel weaves in psychology, history, and personal reflections, often using real world example to unpack why we spend poorly and how to do it better. Here is a breakdown of the major themes. Number one, spending as an art, not a science. Housel opens by debunking the myth of optional spending. People aren't logical calculators. We are shaped by past traumas. Growing up poor, leading a compensatory splurges and social pressures, buying luxury to signal success. He argues art can't be distilled into one size fits all formula. Key takeaway experiments to find your thinking, your thing, whether it's travel, hobbies, or charity, and let that guide your wallet. One anecdote contrasts a miserly hare who dies unhappy with a modest spender who savors simple pleasures, showing that regret minimization, avoiding what if I had, trumps net worth. Number two, the dual nature of money, tool versus trap. Money can build a better life or become a psychological liability that fuels comparison. Housel distinguishes between using money for utility, example, experiences that create memories, and status. Example, cars that impress strangers but fade quickly. He warns of frugal inertia, where lifelong savers struggle to spend in retirement, hoarding cash out of habit rather than fear. Treat unspent money as intangible but valuable. freedom, independence, and being able to spend time in your own way. A memorable example is Warren Buffett's modest lifestyle, not from stinginess, but because of his joy comes from intellectual pursuits, not yachts. 3. Expectation over income. The happiness equation drawing from his psychological roots, Housel emphasizes that satisfaction stems from expectation, not absolute wealth. A 1 lakh dollar salary feels lavish in a low cost area but stressful in a high status city. He explores why the hedonic treadmill adapting to luxuries until they are baseline erodes joy and how to break it by curating desires. Your values are equal to your preferences, and your preferences come from trying to reconcile your current needs with a lesson learned from the unique past. Practical tip: audit spending for envy versus administration. Do you want that gadget because it solves a problem or because influencers have it? He shares stories of high earners trapped in lifestyle inflation versus low earners who thrive by prioritizing relationships over stuff. Number 4, peace of mind as the ultimate ROI. The book Emotional Core, the best return on investment isn't 7% annual growth, but serenity from financial decisions that align your soul. Hostile critics workaholics who justify misery with big purchases, urging readers to separate financial goals from identity. Example: I am not my job title. He advocates for giving money away as a high joy spend, citing studies on philanthropy boosting well being more than self gifts. An inspiring Vignette, a couple who ditched mansion dreams for a small home and more travel, gaining time affluence over square footage. Number 5. Self awareness. The spreadsheet killer, Housel, reiterates that financial success is 80%, behavior 20% match. Spreadsheet can't capture your wiring. He encourages journaling, spending regrets to reveal patterns. Example: impulse buys during stress, and reframing money as a word for your future self. Closing chapters tackle legacy. How do you want to be remembered? Not by bank balance, but by the lives you enriched. Throughout Housel prose is warm and humble, peppered with quotes like Billy Marcus, Dogecoin co creator. People are not rational, they are rationalizing.